Roald Dahl's Matilda, the musical, is the newest film coming to Netflix. I have seen it on the big screen today, so I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this one. I loved the classic in the 90s when it came out. So this is a reboot of that, but in a musical format. So it's interesting. So we're going to talk about it. So smash your thoughts down in the comment section below. Smash that like button for me and click subscribe as well. And without further ado, let's get into this review right now of the newest Matilda movie right now. Okay, so Roald Dahl's Matilda the musical is the newest reboot. So if you guys have seen the classics 90 movie of Matilda, you know the story of Matilda. You know where it starts and where it ends. So I can confirm to you that the ending of this film is basically the exact same as that film. So if you guys are worried about them changing the ending, they don't change the ending at all. It still ends up in the same spot where Matilda ends with Miss Honey. We all know that from the classic. This is the exact same story. But, if you guys are thinking that this is going to be a carbon copy of the original Matilda movie from the 90s, I'm telling you right now, this is not a carbon copy. This whole middle part, the whole journey to get to that part, is completely different. Yes, you have the iconic scenes like the cake eating scene. That is still in there and that is still gross and it's awesome. The kid performs fantastic in that. So you still have that scene and that moment in there. You obviously still have the pigtail scene where they Miss Trunchbull grabs the pigtails and throws the kid out. Like, that's still in there, that iconic scene. And obviously the iconic storyline of Miss Trunchbull and Miss Honey is still the same as well from the original. So you have elements that are still the exact same because they are still story-wise still the same. But all the other stuff in between and all that is completely different. So starting off with the whole idea of, in the original, the FBI investigating the father and Matilda's father selling a car to Miss Trunchbull in exchange for Matilda to go to school. So you have that in the original. That's not in here. That stuff doesn't happen. Like, the way Matilda goes to school is completely different, which I like because you could easily do a carbon copy and then it's just add the musical numbers and you're like, well, it's the same thing I've already seen, just with people singing in it. So I'm glad that they did change things in here. It still felt like Matilda. And I think the way that they did that was actually a lot better. I'm not the biggest fan of the FBI investigating them. I think what they did in this film regarding the father getting in trouble with selling the cars was actually done better and actually worked a lot better for me than the actual FBI in the original one. So that change to me worked really, really well. Now, there's other changes throughout here as well. There's new characters that get introduced. There's this whole story element that Matilda tells a story that is actually involved with other characters and that in this movie. And once you clock onto what story she's actually telling, you start to figure out the pieces and you're like, okay. Because we all know in the original, Matilda has special powers as well. Like, she's so smart, she's a genius, and she can move things with her mind and stuff like that. So it all ties in nicely, and I didn't mind that change as well. Her telling the story and the way that they told that origin story of the particular character worked really, really well for me. So I had no problems with that. And the introduction of that other character in there who Matilda hangs out with and tells the stories to, and that I really liked as well. I really liked that dynamic. I thought that was fantastic. Now, getting into the character sides, Emma Thompson is absolutely fantastic as Miss Trunchbull. She is fan-freaking-tastic. She's so good. And she just brings that presence on screen. Like, when she's on screen, you just feel how intimidating she really is. Like, she is just... And I gotta give it to the freaking makeup and artists and the costume designs. Fantastic. This didn't even look like Emma Thompson. Did not look like it at all. And the way that they did the makeup for her, bravo. Like, well done. Like, it didn't even look like her. So you've done your job even better. Like, it's just so incredibly great how they did that makeup. And then the costume design, I loved all the costume design throughout the whole entire thing. It really gave you that feel of nostalgia back in the day. Like, it worked so well. I like that. So she was fantastic in the performances. She really gave it her all. I believed her as this massive hammer-throwing champion of a woman that is just dominating, hates children, calls them maggots. Like it is just classic to the character, and she just does it so much justice. It's absolutely fantastic. The little girl who plays Matilda is fantastic as well. I liked her. I must say though, the musical numbers are absolutely catchy and quite good, especially the sequence at the start with the alphabet. There's a sequence with the alphabet when Matilda first comes to school that I absolutely loved. I thought it was genius. The way that they told that with the different classrooms having the different letters was just so good. It was really, I was watching, I was like, this is actually really clever and really catchy. So I really like that. But I must say, the kids in this movie, when they do the musical numbers and their dance choreography is off the charts. It's so good. Oh my word, it's really good. And especially at the end when they do the one song after they do, like, you know, the story with Miss Trunchbull when she leaves. Like, that musical number at the end there, the way that they do the dances are absolutely incredible. Like, the hats off to these kids. They were just, I thought I was watching full-on adult professional dancers. That's how good they were. And it was absolutely incredible. So props to them. They deserve an absolute round of applause for that performance. It's just so good and very catchy. So I really enjoyed the musical numbers. For a guy that's not really huge on musicals, I kind of dug it. I really, maybe I do like musicals. Maybe deep down I'm actually a musical kind of guy. Who knows? Because I'm starting to enjoy a lot more musicals recently. Like, it's weird. I never really liked it, but I'm starting to really enjoy them. So that was great. Now, there is going to be some issues that people are going to, you know, bring up and stuff like that. So in the original, Miss Honey is a white female. She is a white female in that. In this one, she is portrayed by Lashana Lynch. So if you guys have seen her, she's in the new James Bond movie. She's in Captain Marvel. So she's in here and she plays Miss Honey. I don't care if it's race swap or whatever. I really don't care because she is an absolute talent. She is off the charts, really good actress. I really enjoy her when she's on screen. She was fantastic in Woman King. So I don't care. I really do not care if they did the swap or whatever, because the performance she put in was fantastic. And I believed her. She has the facial expressions, when to feel sad, when to feel intimidated. Like, it just works so well. So I don't care if they swapped her or whatever they did with her, if she's not a white female. I don't give a shit. As long as you get someone that is a fantastic actress or actor, that's all I care about. And the race of this character is not integral to the character itself. It is nowhere near integral. You can easily make the swap. So it's not like Black Panther where, you know, he has to be black, because if you put a white person there, it's not part of the character. The actual character himself is black. Like, that is integral to his character. So you can't swap him out for a white person. It just doesn't work. It's the same with Shang-Chi. You can't swap him out for a white person because Asian heritage is integral to that character. So here, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But they got someone in who's really good at performing, Lynch, and she's fantastic. So I loved it. I absolutely loved their performance. So overall, I'm very glad that they didn't just do a carbon copy reboot. So I love that aspect of it. The musical numbers are catchy and stuff like that. So, like, this is actually a decent reboot. It really is a decent reboot. I mean, you still had those iconic moments that they had in the original as well. So overall, I enjoyed this film a lot more than I thought I would. So let me know yours down in the comments below. What did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down in the comment section below. Smash that like button for me and click subscribe as well. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Peace out.